because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
once again, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra House of Service, coming to you through Radio Biafra London. Today, I am here joined by some members of the HDOS, which they will take over in no distant time. They are here with me, though. But before I hand over the platform, the microphone, to Mazi, there is something which I saw in the news. Very horrible, honestly. First of all, this Nigeria is something else. We should understand that what they are doing with Nigeria is against everything that concerns our interests as a people. It doesn't matter, they might enrich few of our people, just few politicians, but for them to hell with every one of us as a people. Because all they wanted to do is to wipe us out as a people. This news headline, it says, we consider Boko Haram terrorists as government boys. As our superior said, our duty is to catch, not to harm them. Nigerian soldier in Northeast confesses. Do you understand? An eyewitness, a fighter, a Nigerian military man that confessed this. Let me read it a bit, please. One of the Nigerian soldiers fighting in the ongoing counter-insurgency operations in the Northeast has expressed sadness over the recent attack on Kuje prison, during which hundreds of inmates, including Boko Haram terrorists, escaped. IS fighters, that is ISIS fighters or ISWAP, have claimed the June 5 attack on Kuje prison in Abuja. The terrorist group attacked the prison facility with explosives, killing some people and freeing many Boko Haram terrorists. I continue, please continue listening. But according to the soldier who is in Northeast Nigeria fighting Boko Haram terrorists, it cost the Nigerian army the lives of 6 to 8 soldiers to capture a Boko Haram terrorist alive. Are you hearing? Are you hearing me? Oh, ye stupid, gullible, indigenous people in that zoo called Nigeria. Are you hearing? What Nigeria represents is, the more you look, the less you see. The Fulani, they are on top of the game. The soldiers say that they have been ordered not to harm the terrorist caught, and that sadly, some of the terrorist caught escaped justice at the end of the day. So they order from above, from the chief executive of Nigeria, told them, look, you are there to catch them. Catch the Boko Haram fighters. They shoot at you, no problem, but catch them. Do not harm them. That is the order, the secret order they receive. And he said that it takes 5 to 8 soldiers to go down before one Boko Haram soldier or terrorist could be caught alive. Do you see what is happening in a Nigeria that you are singing Arise, O Compatriot? The Fulani, what they are doing, I don't blame them, because the indigenous people, I say by none, all the indigenous people in that zoo called Nigeria, they are gullible, stupid, foolish, the most idiotic people I've ever seen. It is only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that stood up in order to bring awareness. Imagine, did you see the reason why even Chad, even Cameroon, do you remember when they were fighting Boko Haram a few years back? They formed country, coalition. 4 countries or 3: Nigeria, Niger, Chad, Cameroon. Whether Benin Republic is there, I don't know. But they pulled out. Chad explicitly Chad said the then Chadian president, Idris Deby, he said Nigeria is not ready to fight Boko Haram. Now when they are ready, they will know. That they are giving them information, everything. They have to pull out immediately. They say no need of wasting their soldiers for nothing. Now, the news is there. A soldier that has the experience, that received the order, you people should not kill any Boko Haram terrorists. Do you remember one, is it Hausa man, that is a captain, that was arrested and they say he committed suicide because he was so brutal with Boko Haram terrorists. This is a Nigeria where you see 200 and something million zombies walking, going their normal business, thinking that everything is okay. They tell the Nigerian soldiers, do not ever harm, not even killing, do not harm any Boko Haram terrorists. Don't wound them even. Try to capture them alive, so that when they are captured, now they will start paying them. They will put them in nice bungalow, nice mansions, be paying them. Do you see what is going on in Nigeria? Mazi, but please, I don't know, over to you, please. Go on from here, please.
Thank you very much, my brother, Mazi Jonathan. Can you hear me?
The world is hearing you, please. Go on.
Thank you very much. Good evening from here, and good evening to also members of the HDOS who are here, who will speak in no distance time. Of course, I want also to greet Biafrans all over the world and IPOB worldwide. Today is another new day, and we are welcoming you on a new edition today on interactive section from the members of HDOS. We're going to stay around for a while. We apologize for coming in late due to the some technical difficulties we are encountering. And of course, we are here now, and we're going to allow our people to ask some questions today. Of course, Mazi, my name is Mazi Aizayoba. By the special grace of God, I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as the Deputy European Rep and also a member of the Directorate. Of course, Mazi, you have done well. You have, of course, read it the way it is. One thing our people should understand, or Nigeria should understand, Nigeria has been taken over. This is what Nigerians, if you like, or indigenous people who are living in that contraption, they don't know that the so-called their country has been taken over by this vandal that came from Sahel, region of Africa. These are army of Armageddon. They came to destroy, they came to pillage, they came to steal, they came to rape, they came to pillage. And Nigerians, who happens to be, according to them, the most populous country, black country or nation in Africa, nearly 300 million people, all of them completely blind. I am not surprised about this because this is what we know already. IPOB know this. Mazi and Nnamdi Kanu have talked about it. Some people who are very smart who can see within the arenas of politics have also focused that Nigeria has been taken over. But it's very quite pathetic and unfortunate that our people and the so-called indigenous people who are living in that quagmire called Nigeria are sleepwalking, don't understand what is happening beyond their nose. A country where people are being killed every day, you see Nigerians watching these criminals, supporting them who call themselves politicians, running here and there, doing their campaign, while the indigenous people are being slaughtered every day. Now, you're talking about this news now, Boko Haram, Nigerian army, or the commanders in the army, issuing order to their men on ground not to kill Boko Haram. First of all, the question you, Mazi, should have asked: who are the people? Who are the army or the individual of the army are sending to go and catch Boko Haram, who has AK-49 and long-range, ammunitions? Who are the people? Those ones they are sending out there are the Christians. Now, I don't think the Nigerian military will send the Boko Haram, the repentant Boko Haram members they have in their circle, or they reintegrated in the Nigerian army, to go and catch their fellow Boko Haram members in the bushes. It's not possible. It's not going to happen. So what they're doing is to send those gullible ones who are living in denial, serving Nigerian military. These are the ones that will send to the front. Those ones that came from Igbo land, those ones that come from the east, those ones that come from the Calabar rivers, as they call themselves. All these our brothers, that come from the east, probably with a little fraction of Yorubas who are in the military. These are the ones that they are sending to the front lines of the Boko Haram, and they are killing them. Because what they want to do is to reduce the number of indigenous people who are serving in the Nigerian army. They want to eradicate them completely. This is the game plan. These people have taken years working towards this agenda, and they are nearly to accomplish it. What you saw that happens in Afghanistan is exactly what is the method these people are using. But Nigerians are sleepwalking. They are talking about politics. They are using politics now to play them. They are not seeing all these dangers coming. They think that anybody, our brother, is going to get there. Okay, Mahananya, keep saying it. We are not here to talk about politics, but our people need to know, according to the tape we played now, our brother, describing the agendas of the Fulanese taking over Nigeria, and they are forwarding our own brother now like he's going to get anywhere. And my question to our people and to Nigerians, and including our politicians, those who have interest now to be the president of Nigeria, how are you going to eradicate all these foreigners who came from Chad, Niger, all these places, flooded into Nigeria from the north? How are you going to, track them? In any country, there is immigration process. Before, at least in any country, they know how many people who are in their country. Before you cross their border, they know you. They will know. There's no hiding place for you. Once you go through the normal process before coming into their country. Even in Africa, they call ECOWAS. You can't go to Ghana without going through the process. Normal process to get your visa, get all the required documents before you go. You can live peacefully in Ghana. I'm talking about Ghana, who have a common border with us. Now you have thousands, if not millions, of Chadian terrorists, Niger terrorists. All these Fulani terrorists from the Sahel have flooded into the north, armed to the teeth, killing and destroying communities. How is Tito be our brother? How is he going to counter this? How is he going to know the number of these terrorists, these illegal people who come from another country, invaded? How are you going to do this? They are using it to set a trap. They are threatening him to bring our people in a mass to put in the public that there is a kind of legitimate election, and then they will give it to who they want to take for the zoo, which will automatically will be a Fulani man. Our people need to understand the only savior, the only thing we have at hand is this Biafra. And Ipob speaking. Now, 14 Igbo young youths slaughtered in a cold blood for no reason, who are not armed. They are not in the bush. They are not, people are in their community. They came there and slaughtered them, and I got the news this afternoon, Mazi, Jonathan. I just got the news this evening that one of the women that his children were shot in that place, 2 of his children were shot in that place, just died this evening.
Of course, I saw it, yes.
So this is something that is happening before us, and none of our politicians, those who are asking us to go and get PVC, who are asking Igbo people go and get PVC, grab your PVC, none of them has spoken and condemned this man, this heinous crime against our people. None of them has spoken. Not even one. No single politicians have condemned the killing of young youth who are less than 30 years old. Life's not for them. They are not saying anything. But they will be the very first people over any killing, anything that happened in the north. Basically, what they're telling us, even going there as the president, going there as a minister, whatever their interests are in the Nigerian central government, they are not there. They are not going to be there for our own people. They are not going to be there. That is what they're telling you now, and they are showing it right before your eyes that our going in there is not for you. In fact, they will be the one that will even bring army to come and kill the youth more. Do you see the problem? Now, what you are reading in the news about, these people saying that Boko Haram should not be killed. Of course,
should not be harmed, not only killed, no harming, no wound.
Now, what are we saying? What we are saying now, the same Boko Haram are the one that appointed Buhari as their chief negotiator. So, what do you think that will happen? How can they kill them? When Buhari was alive, he said an attack on Boko Haram is an attack on the Northerners. So it's obvious. Everything that we are doing it with impunity. The so-called useless Nigerian youth are there keeping quiet. Look at what is going in Sri Lanka. There's a massive revolution everywhere in the Western world. Here, there's a revolution, and even where is this place now? Almost 3 revolutions are going into different countries here now in the Western world here, and their population is not even up to a quarter of Nigerian youth, and these people are just these old men who are peeping and weeing to themselves. And themselves, nearly 90 to 100 years are the one that these youth are dying for. Are you going to talk about what the Nigerian army said about Buhari? Did you forget when this young girl was killed in the Nigerian army barrack? This one that the best warplane pilot Nigeria ever produced, a Yoruba girl, which she's in her 20s. She was killed in a cold blood. They use military car and run her over in the military barrack. That case died off the same day that they were burying this woman.
The Yoruba girl pilot, helicopter pilot, right?
Yes, the jet fighter pilot. Now, this girl, the same day this military officer was, were laying to rest. The same day, Buhari went to another country, went to a visit somewhere. They so-called their Buhari. He wasn't there. Atahiru was killed the same day with 6 other officers. The same day he was being laid to rest, Buhari was not there. He didn't attend the burial. He was killed by Boko Haram, who boarded plane with him, helicopter with him, and they killed him, including other officers. So what are we talking about? The so-called Boko Haram have their connection, and they are gradually taking over Nigeria, and people are just watching. They have their men everywhere, both in police, both in the army, both even in Ebubago. They are everywhere. Nigerians are talking about 2023. Nigerians are talking about 2023. You are not alive even to see. You don't even know whether you're going to be alive till 2023. These people are watching Fulanis flooded from the Sahel, running over every parastatus in the Nigerian sect. They have taken over. We saw the jailbreak. That is the taste of water. This is how they operate. They wanted to see in Afghanistan who actually been well executed in Nigeria. The people were just that news have gone down now. Nobody's talking about it anymore because they know that Nigerians are fools. The news have gone completely under the carpet now. Nobody's talking about it. The jailbreak, a whole capital of Nigeria. There was a jailbreak, 3 hours operation by Boko Haram. No Nigerian army was in the site. Every single one of them. Exactly the same system the Afghanistan government collapsed. That is exactly how they collapsed the Kuje prison. And the Kuje prison was taken over. We saw military hardwares now across the east, the entire east, even in Nnamdi, that is a village. We saw military hardwares, and the question we're asking our people, all those people, Fulani, that we saw flooded in the whole entire east, those young boys flooded in the whole entire east during 2020 lockdown, COVID-19, where do you think they are? They are hiding, waiting, and all the military hardware is now being distributed across the east. Everybody can see the videos. We are military hardware is going from one section to another. Nobody knows where they are going to. They are waiting for that moment. That is why they are trying their best now to get rid of all the, indigenous military men who are in the military. Get rid of them, then nobody will know when they will launch their attack. Let me just summarize it here. Our people needs to wake up, and I will come back again. We'll talk about also what is happening in Biafra land that is more concerned to us now. The protest that is going on there now. So we are here to encourage our people. We are here to encourage our people that at least the Amnesty International have tweeted so far now and saying that protest is legitimate, that is within the right of indigenous people, or whatever you call it. They have right to protest. And at least this is it has nothing to do with IPOB now. It has nothing to do with the Biafra. These are Igbo young youth murdered in a cold blood. Not going to, we don't want our people to see it, or Anambra to see it, that this is a Imo State. It doesn't happen in Anambra. We don't want people in Iguacha, our people in Iguacha, to see it is something that is happening in Imo State. It doesn't happen in Nigeria. We want everybody simultaneously, all Igbo people, all Igbo, all across the whole Igbo, in fact, the whole entire East, everybody must be in solidarity with what happened in our mama on Sunday 17th. We are young youth, vibrant youth, less than 30 years old. We are murdered in a cold blood, and they want to sweep that under carpet. That is why these infiltrators wanted to put a lockdown yesterday. That was their plan. The Southeast governors, all the politicians, gave these criminals money to activate unnecessary sit at home so that the people will not come out. Where our people are protesting, where people in our mama in Olu are protesting, and one idiot is sitting somewhere telling you to sit at home. These are criminals. These are third agents, double agents. who want to reap where they did not sow, who want to destroy, they want to make Biafran struggle. In fact, they wanted even to, they went as far as trying to tag what happened in Olu to IPOB and Biafra movement. Why these people were on a marriage ceremony, somebody came there and slaughtered everything that moves. And some people are saying that it's all about IPOB. This is the work of these criminals. This is what they came to do. And we are, as leadership of IPOB, nobody have speaking on behalf of our people. Or Hannes Ndibo didn't say anything. The so-called Christian Association, no strong men of God, no clergyman has our youth. It's the same IPOB. And that is why the leadership are here now to talk about this, to encourage our people, to tell our people back home that we are in solidarity with you. We are going to support you. Come out. This is within your right. And we are appealing to our people across Igbo land and also to our coastal region brothers. Let everyone support what is coming out and protest and stop this mass killing of our young youth. This is really terrible. You don't touch youth anywhere they are. It's only in Nigeria you will see Nigerian government. The only country that you will see their military, their security apparatus will go on a rampage killing youths who are meant to protect the country. I'm going to hand this microphone now to my own rep here, the European rep, Mazi. He's here, and I want him to get involved in this if he has something to contribute about this, and then other people will talk. Thank you very much. Mazi.
Mazi Abanyim, are you there, please?
Yes, I'm here watching it.
There, we'll go on, please. Your voice is coming out.
There, good evening, Biafrans all over the world. Good morning and good afternoon from wherever you are listening to us from. My name is Mazi Austin Abanyim. I come from Amike. Amike is in Olu province of Biafra land. And by the grace of Chukwuka, I will continue to serve the indigenous people of Biafra, the position of European rep, and member of DOS worldwide. We are coming on air again, the member of DOS, because it is a necessity that we come out and speak. As we have reiterated last time that we come on air a few days ago, that the lives of Igbo people matter, the life of Biafrans matter, but the so-called intellectuals, politicians and clergy and the traditional rulers, nobody is speaking because of their conscience that have been seared, hands are soiled in blood, and souls are sold for porridge. So that is the problem. Most of them have become subservient to the Fulani Caliphate, who are political jobbers. So we are coming up, the member of the Directorate of State, to stand in solidarity with the people of Imo State, with the people of our Mama in particular, and the people of Olu and Oru local government areas. This is where the Supreme Court administrator has been very, very active since they imposed him on the people of Imo State by the Supreme Court. And it is not surprising to anybody the way he is doing the biddings of his masters. It's not surprising. Before you take somebody from the first position and make him the first, there must be a kind of agreement that he has entered into before they allow him to take that position which does not belong to him. So we are not surprised. The problem is that those who are supposed to be speaking are not speaking. Those who are supposed to be condemning the atrocities and carnage that this Opus Odema has been causing in the lives of Imo people, they are not speaking. And this is very, very pathetic. very, very pathetic indeed, and very, very unfortunate, because he is supposed to be the chief security officer in the state that has been handed over to him, albeit from the back door. But even at that, he should have started doing good things for the people to forget the way he came in to become governor. Instead, he has been engaged in importing foreign militants, Boko Haram in Nigerian army uniform, promising them heaven and earth. He became a stooge in the hands of the Fulani Caliphate, a willing tool to sell his people just because of political position. I don't know what he's thinking. Where are you going to enjoy that money they are giving to you? In abroad or in Biafra land? Remember that IPOB is everywhere in the whole world. You can't run. You can run, but you can't hide. Running is your right to run, but you can't hide anywhere, because what you are doing is being recorded. Everywhere you have IPOB worldwide, they are watching you, and they are taking note of your atrocities, the heinous crimes you are committing against humanity in the state that's supposed to be your state. Even the worst in all this matter is where you come from. Your own local government is the most affected. So that means that you have not even any support of any member of your local government. There's no mandate. You can't even win an election in your own local government, talk less of becoming a governor in the whole of Imo State. So the insecurity is even more in your Oru local government, Oru West, or wherever you come from. So this is very, very appalling. We are here to stand in solidarity with the youths that are protesting, and we are calling on other youths in all Igbo land, and those from other part of Biafra who wish to join them can join them to make sure that Ebubagu is abolished in our land. Ebubagu is abolished. Ebubagu should never ever more exist in our land, because it is obvious that they have come to kill our people. They have come to kill the ones that escaped the bombs and shooting from the Fulani headsmen and their counterparts in crime, the Nigerian Army and DSS. Ebubagu is worse than all of them, because they know us better than the enemies. That's why they are using them to burn houses, sack villages, and occupy ancestral lands of people. This is unacceptable to the leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra, and it should be unacceptable to every person in Biafra land, especially in Igbo land. The DOS is standing very strong with the people of Imo State, with the people of Igbo land, with the people of Biafra, to say never again shall Ebubagu be allowed to move about in that contraption. We are not going to let Ebubagu exist again. The people should protest. The Igbo youth should protest against the killing of these 14 unarmed, innocent youths who were murdered, recklessly and dastardly on Sunday, 17th of July 2022. I said it last time that this is the last killing that this man under his watch, his cup is full and he has to go. He has to go. In Western world, this man would have resigned after the first killing in Olu. He has murdered more than 10,000 youths since he took office almost 2 years ago. We have not forgotten the killing of Ikonso and the rest of the Eastern Security Network volunteers that you've been killing, tagging them criminals and terrorists, whereby you are giving shelter to the fourth most dangerous terrorist groups in the world, the Fulani herdsmen and Boko Haram. You give them shelter, and you give them weapons and the leeway to go and kill your own people because you want to please your masters. Shame on you, Hopu Zodimma. Shame on you, Hopu Zodimma. Shame on you. Nigeria is not a country. Nigeria is a contraption. Nobody is a Nigerian. So the earlier, the better you get this into your skull. There's no way you can serve Nigeria and never go back in shame. Look at those who were there before you. How did they end up? Nigeria is a contraption. Nigeria belongs to the Fulani, not to you. We are Biafrans. Until you realize that you are a Biafran, then you wouldn't know where you're going because you don't know where you come from. We have Oduduwa, we have Biafran, we have the Middle Belt, we have Biafra. We have Arewa. Let everyone go their own separate ways so that this bloodshed can stop and people can reasonably serve their own people rather than using the decoy name of Nigeria to loot the treasury dry, because nobody is really a Nigerian. Nigeria is a business center for the UK and the British government. Nigeria is nothing but a business center. So there is no way that anything good can come up from this country. So we are here to ask the youths in Imo State, the youths in Igbo land, and the youths in Biafra to come out in solidarity and support the youths in our Mama in Imo State to make sure that their message is going to be taken seriously until the government come and they make official statement that Ebubago has been abolished and there will be nothing like Ebubago anymore. IPOB can secure Biafra land because we are the indigenous people of the land. Biafra land belongs to indigenous people of Biafra. We know how to secure our land. Foreign and hired assassins and mercenaries can never give you security. They are there to maim, to kill and destroy, and even to pillage. Security-wise, IPOB has been in charge because Nigeria has no regard for the lives of Biafrans. It is very obvious. Since the time they amalgamated these people together, there has been a time Biafra has not been paying with their own blood for the unity of this contraption called Nigeria. Starting from 1945, 1966, then 67 to 70, the genocide claimed more than 5 million lives. And after that, Biafra region has been treated by subsequent governments of Nigeria, both military and civilian, as a conquered territory. This is obvious. This is on record. So there is no way, nobody can fix Nigeria. The only way to bring peace and security and tranquility in that area called Nigeria is to divide everybody to your own tent. The integration of all the countries that brought together and call Nigeria, all the amalgamating nations, all the amalgamating units shall go their own way. That's the only way you can have peace in that contraption called Nigeria. Nobody can fix it, not even Jesus Christ himself, because Nigeria is not a nation. It is a business center for the British government. That's why they are trying to make it dry. They are trying to do whatever they can to ensure that this country stays together. Look at our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. More than 1 year has been extraordinary decision from Kenya to Nigeria without any tangible charge against him. But he's still in solitary confinement in Abuja, going under torture both mentally and physically, because Nigeria is not a nation. There is no law. Buhari is no more alive. The cabals are doing whatever they like. When they cast away, the minds will play political violence. That is what we're seeing there right now. Nnamdi Kanu shall be released unconditionally because they have no charges against him. Had they had any charges against him, they would have jailed him long time. All this adjournment of an adjournment is a clear evidence that they don't have anything against him. So all I'm saying in essence is that the Directorate of State of Indigenous People of Biafra are standing with the youth in our mama, the youth in all Imo State and the youth in Igbo land, to ensure that Ebubago is abolished. That is our message. Ebubago shall never exist, and Hope Uzodimma should resign because he had committed sacrilege. He had committed atrocity in his own land by killing his people. Not only this was what happened last week, but the killings that have been going on under his watch since he took over, or since people of Imo State. Enough is enough. That's the word we have to deliver to our people this night. Thank you so much, Mazi Chinedu. I remember Justin Abaim, the European rep, and the member of HDOS. They're all Chineke. All hail Biafra.
All must hail Biafra. We must continue. Mazi Oba, I hope you are there. As you said rightly, that our people should rise up in the face of tyranny. That is what we preach here. Do not think that, oh, it is only when it concerns you direct. That is when you should rise up. Let me tell you, you have the right to protest. You have the right to protest. You know, our leader was saying several times in this platform, he said, how many are they? Do you know that what happened in our mama? If only even 1 million people will rise up in our mama, they will march from our mama and go there peacefully and remove that Sarki Fulani of Imo State without throwing no stone. I'm telling you, the sheer population, the sheer numbers. You know, people don't understand the power in numbers, the power they possess as a people. That is why in Nigeria they allow politicians to go on doing things with impunity, because they are ignorant of the power they possess. We encourage each and every one of you to join, as long as you are in that place called the zoo. In Imo State, what happened is despicable. You should rally around, join them in that protest that is ongoing. Do not say, no, it didn't concern me. It doesn't concern me. Tomorrow it will come to your doorstep. That is what we are saying. Ebubago must be scrapped off, because the only reason it was created by Devil Mai is to kill. He boasted that he is going to neutralize Ipob, that he has the money, that he has the people. He's going to pay and raise 1 million people. But where is him today? Devil Mai, even ordinary senator, a backfire on him. For you to understand, our leaders say, serve the zoo, serve the caliphate, and come back in shame. Therefore, our people, anywhere you are, you need to rise up, join the protest in Imo State, because our lives matter. Our lives matter. These people, their lives were cut short. Imagine, they are no more coming back. Put yourself in their shoes. Put yourself in their sibling, their mother or father or parents' shoes. These are people that you never know what they tomorrow. Normally, under normal circumstance, these are people that the country doesn't play with. Youths. But in Nigeria, life doesn't matter. Therefore, this is the time, the opportunity for you to rise up, to make sure that this Ebubago is scrapped off. What they are doing is to use it in order to kill us, to kill our people day in, day out. And we have to do something. It's only a tree that you will say, I will come and cut you tomorrow. The tree will stay. Every other living thing that is mobile, we have to do something about it. Therefore, the opportunity for you not only to lament, now look, they are killing us, so they are killing. This is the time for you to express it by bringing boots on the ground, your boot on the ground, in order to protest. Peaceful protest. When you have 2-3 million people on ground, the sheer numbers will make hope of them to run away. That is the reality. Mazi Isayoba, please, over to you. Mazi, are you there?
Yes. Yes, Mazi, thank you very much. Yes, I'm here. What you're saying is very right, Mazi, Jonathan. What we want our people to know is that this fight, what is coming to us is far bigger than what anybody can imagine. This Ebubago, I'm telling you, is worse and more deadlier than even SARS they are talking about, because this one now are not even registered and known to Nigerian system, if you like. They will commit crime, but they will hold them accountable. They will not issue any place or any the world will come and ask for. That is why immediately when they kill these people, they kill these youths, they killed in the states. Immediately they want to front DSS to make it look legitimate. Even DSS has no right to kill citizens who are not armed, who are not being seen in an area that is forbidden, who are not posing any threat to anybody. You can't just go there and kill 14 young men, including the injured ones. So what we're saying here is our people need to stand up. This is the time that we need to stand up. We cannot be used as a sacrificial lamb for Nigeria to be one, not on our own detriment. We cannot be in our land, in our own homes, and be destroyed in this way. And nobody can come in. Nobody can do this for us. The Amnesty International now have written that protest is a right. For you, it's a right. That is all. And the only ones who can do that so that the world will see what is going on.
Mazi, I don't know. There is a breach in your connection.
To Nigerian government, I asked you question. Let's him. Under embargo, it's only when you come out and show your grievances. And the best we can do now is what the leadership is doing. It's very, very important. Please, man, can you hear me, man?
Yeah, go on. It was fluctuating before, but I think now it's back. Go on.
I think it's from here.
Yes, it is.
Okay, my connection here is very good. Can you still hear me?
Yes, go on. It was fluctuating. I think it's from your side. Go on.
Mazi, can you still hear me?
Yes, Mazi, go on. I don't know. Go on. Mazi, right. Your back. Can you hear me? Go on, please.
Mazi, can you hear me?
Mazi, are you there? Can you, I think you're hearing us, right?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. The whole world is hearing you.
Okay. Like I was saying just before I call the next person, it's very, very important. Yes, it's very, very important that our people to understand. All right. What is going on? What I need our people to understand, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yeah, can hear
Mazi, I don't know. Please.
It's okay. No, Mazi Jonathan.
Our deputy.
Good evening from here.
There we Mazi.
Good evening from here.
There we go.
I understand our brother Mazi Azayoba is having some technical difficulties. I think he has got some epileptic technical problems. And in due time, I think he will get it right. Fellow Biafrans, my name is Mazi Nzurumike. I happen to be a common servant of the great people of Biafra as the Deputy Head of Directorate of State. I must also apologize. I'm joining a little bit. I joined initially, but then I was on my way, and I have arrived home, and I've decided now to come up clearly by way of my voice. And I just want to use the opportunity to thank all of you for your listenership. Thank you for your joining us, for your tuning in. Thank you for your own unadulterated, trust and on this very process. That indeed we must forge ahead, that what is happening to us has never been very, very palatable, that we must remain on course, that at the end we must get this very freedom that we're looking for and that we're yearning for. I want to encourage those of you marching ahead on the streets of Biafra, those of you marching on the very holy land of Biafra land, those of you marching within the vicinity that is ordained in heaven, that you must continue to forge ahead, because even when your name is Igbo, you are a part of Biafra. And all of you who are not from Igbo land, all of you from different clans, you must forge on one very accord, forge together and hold hands together, shoulder by shoulder, marching together with your brethren, marching with them, because blood, they say, is thicker than water. You must forge ahead, because when it happens to you, we also expect other clans to also stand by your side and have your back. And therefore, we must continue on this very process. Those of you from any other clan, we ask you to please remain resolute. Do not overlook what is happening. There is a master plan to kill everybody. There is a master plan to obliterate every life that is existing in that our hemisphere. There is indeed a master plan to ensure that our land is taken over. It doesn't matter whether you are from Ipob. It doesn't matter whether you're from East-Ekiri. It doesn't really matter what your nomenclature, what your identity is within the Biafra land. It is the same agenda against all of us, and it is a general task, it's a Herculean task we must all grab right now, that all hands must be on it. We are asking Chukwu Abiyama to take the lead. We are asking Chukwu Abiyama to protect our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wherever he is. We are asking to guide and protect him and lead him the way, as we ask him to lead us also the way forward. And we know that with Chukwu Abiyama, the God that we trust, the God of Biafra land and God of people of Israel, that we shall overcome. At this juncture, of course, it is called as an interactive session, and this interactive is a platform where we interact on matters arising it is also where we also entertain questions as they come up, and that is why we must continue. We must continue, and I just want to use this opportunity to contribute, and of course continue to also to moderate going forward. Of course, on the issues on the table, I want to go, Mazi, Jonathan, if you will. I want to go. I heard during my trip on the way about your reading of what is happening, the very development within the Islamic military of the zoo and what is happening. And I think it is not new. I think our people must have been conversant with what is going on, with what actually is going on. Because the Zoom media will not let you understand what is happening. But here on Radio Biafra, your eyes are open. Here on Radio Biafra, you receive your degree, you get your eyes open, you get informations as they are in their originality. And that is why you must continue to make sure you tune on to this very, very Radio Biafra and get informed properly. And what our presenter has read out today concerning the military and their practices, like I said, is not something new. Remember, once you're in this very military, not only are you going to serve them and come out in shame, today you serve them and come out dead. You serve them and come out having no grave. You serve them and then the animals will chop up and eat up your remains. And that is going to be very, very disgraceful for those of you who are of Biafran extraction. Ensure that you pull out of the military. That was echoed by our leader, Mazi, Kanu, some years back, and he foresaw it as the prophet of Chukwukabiam, and he won. You must pull out of this very military because it's not good for you. Because when you serve them, they will leave your dead body somewhere in what you call the bush in the north. They will leave you there. Where the battlefield of Boko Haram, and then your body will have no burial ground. And when your body has no burial ground, it means the animals will now feed on your remains. And that is what is indeed happening, because the zoo military is being wiped. What they are trying to do is they are wiping away non-Islamic entities. If you are a non-Islamic entity, you have no future in the zoo military. If you, especially if you are among the Rapture files, it is very, 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 very possible that your life runs short, because they are going to program you to head to a place where your life will be cut down. They will send you to a harm's way and you will never return. And a lot of them cannot come back to tell you what has happened, because unfortunately they are already dead. Most of them are Igbo extraction. Some of them are from Benin. Some of them are from Ijo. Some of them are from entire Biafra land, mostly. And then some of them are from the Yoruba land. We remember the young lady called Tolulope Sarah. In fact, she was a Christian. Tolulope Sarah Arotile. We remember what happened to that young lady. A lady that was born, I guess, in 1995, and her life was cut short in 2020. Exactly on the 14th of July 2020, they decided it was enough. It was time for her to be eliminated. Why? Because she was a combat pilot. A combat pilot means she was sent on errand. She was sent to go on a mission. And during the mission, her bombs and her artillery happened to have wiped out some bandits. And these bandits are, for them, very, very expensive bandits. For the cabal of the zoo, these bandits are they are sacred cow. You don't touch them. When you kill them, they will go to hell, according to Islamic belief. If you are a woman, you kill an Islamic militant on a battlefield, they will go to hell. And therefore, it means they have to eliminate this young lady called Tolulope. Tolulope was eliminated, exactly calculated, and she was invited all of a sudden, unusually in the midday, somewhere around 12 and 1 to 2. And she had to come down there for something else. They told her she had to come. She was invited by a senior military officer, only to come in, and then they ambushed her right in the office killed her, slaughtered her, and then they said somehow a car was going on reverse and then hit her, and that was her head was crushed. They destroyed that lady, they killed her, and nobody could say anything. Why? Because they wanted to make sure that their terrorist brothers are not going to hell continuously, because Tolulep was doing a good job. So they had to eliminate her. This is the gospel truth and not an unadulterated truth. The unadulterated truth that was said, and everybody, it also made sense. It made sense. And is that where it stopped? No. They continued to kill. We remember, those of you who remember history a little bit, we remember what happened to our own military members of the military in the Nigerian army. What happened to them during the pogrom? They used the opportunity of pogrom. They killed and killed and killed and killed all the non-Islamic military people, especially those of them from Igbo descent. They were all wiped up. A whole lot of them, even at the time they arrested General Aguiyi, they arrested him during that very period. Wherever they saw soldiers of Igbo extraction, they killed them. For no other good reason, for no reason whatsoever. They just wanted to make sure that it was time to reduce the number of the non-Islamic soldiers in Nigerian military. And that is why you see this Islamic inscription. These people are not from Arab country as we know it, at least, as every common sense will tell you. We don't know them coming from Saudi Arabia as we speak. We don't know them coming from somewhere in Yemen or something of that nature. But look at the military uniform. It doesn't have anything of any Nigerian language. It doesn't have the language of Ibira people. It doesn't have that of the Yoruba. It doesn't have that of the Igbo. It doesn't have any language known as, a natural, organic language, as you may know it in Nigeria. This you see there is an inscription borrowed from Islamic language. It only goes to, it's on an emblem. An emblem of a military tells you everything about the military. It tells you the embodiment of that very military. It tells you the real identity of that military. And by extension, the association of that military. And when you see it to be scripted in Arabic language, it tells you that this is an Islamic military. That is, it is not ordinary, that they are trying to, ensure that all the non-Islamic people are being annihilated from the military. Completely, that's what is happening. It's going steadily, gradually, but steadily, and at some point, they are speeding it up. They're speeding it up, and that is why, who did they send to Biafra land to come and embark upon operation, so-called operation of the military? All of them are, members of the Boko Haram. If you see the way they were dressed, you know that these people are not properly trained military. These people are Islamic terrorists sent to Biafra land to put their way villages, to kill a whole lot of people. Some of them unaccounted for as we speak. You saw them spraying bullets. If you paid attention, one of the commanders said to them, kill anything that moves. We are talking about 2022. An operation carried out in 2022, a military commander in the same present so-called Nigeria, telling their very, very, very gallant, and he was dealing with the Boko Haram very firmly and truthfully and very honestly. What happened? They planned against him. They got angry that he was, descending very brutally on their brothers, so-called brothers, terrorist brothers. And what did they do? They planned to assassinate. That man was just literally assassinated. He was assassinated. Why? Because he dealt brutally against and decimated, a chunk of that very Boko Haram terrorists. So the zoo, what do you call them, the cabal, and those of them affiliated to the late Buhari, decided to make sure that they eliminated that very Idris, who fought very gallantly against, because the man pulled off his private uniform, put on that of a military man, and went into the battlefield and dealt very, very, very mercilessly against the Boko Haram. And they said, no, for him to have done this to our people, we are going to make sure he doesn't live no more. So it is just very obvious. The whole dots are connected. The whole dots are connected. What do I say about Major General Adeniyi? Major General Adeniyi was sent in a harm's way with a whole lot of Igbo brothers, Akwa Ibom brothers, Calabar brothers, those of them from Ejo and all other places, from Edo State, all these brothers, majority of them Christians, were joined together. They were sent in a harm's way. Now, this Major General is not stupid. He is not stupid. He saw that they were completely outgunned. And he was wondering, what kind of terrorists are these? We are so prepared, and that what we have was enough to take care of them. And lo and behold, we are being outgunned. And according to him, he said, 15 gun trucks, more than 15 gun trucks. And he said they were being faced from all fronts, according to him, from all fronts. And then he complained that he has lost his men. He says he has lost his men. That video is also there. It's not like anybody is framing anything. It's not a concoction. And what did they do? They returned him to the headquarters. They put him away from where he could be active, returned him. He was very lucky they didn't slaughter him. They didn't kill him. I think they court-martialed him. I don't know what is his fate as we speak. But he was returned to the headquarters in Abuja. And then what did they do? They court-martialed him. And I don't know what the result about that very Major General Adeniyi, turned out to be. So it continues to be a pattern going on from all the time, from the time immemorial. It has never changed. It continues to tell you this APC so-called Islamic Party and the zoo cabal have one agenda, and that is to Islamize that very contraption, and that's to make sure that they wipe all non-Islamic entities out of the military. And that is what has been going on. I am not surprised when you read that very information. I was like, wow, it makes sense to me. It makes sense to anybody that understands. Just have a little, anybody that has a little common sense will come to that conclusion. What has been happening is a complete agenda, and it continues to go so. And of course, we are deliberating and will continue to deliberate. We want to let Biafrans to understand that our enemies abound, and they are everywhere. They have come into our land. They have, sorted out spots for themselves. But our ESN is equal to the tax. They are equal to tax. We are facing enemies. Ebubatono must return to their northern enclave where they were created. We don't want that very Ebubatono or Bubago, they call them. They are, IPOB has declared them a terrorist group already. They are for us a terrorist group. They are terrorizing our people, and no other nomenclature can fit in than to call them and proscribe them. Actually, Ebubago, Ebubaton has been prescribed by this very movement, at least in our own view, and therefore they should leave our land. They must leave our land and go to where they came from, where they were formulated. Especially one of that very person that was instrumental in this very evil organization, brutal killer organization called the Gwagu, was Dave Umahi. Dave Umahi thought he was going to become a president. Look at all the morons. Look at all of them. All of them, not even one has a simple common sense. But they are governors. I mean, are they so blind? I mean, I'm like, Dave Umahi, do you even go to the mirror and look at yourself? Yeah? You go to the mirror and watch yourself before you begin to hallucinate and begin to somehow dream that somehow the Fulani will hand you over power to become a president, and therefore you went ahead to kill your people and form a bubatum. So you think forming a bubatum to kill your own people, to clear Biafra land for Fulani settlement, that somehow they will make you to become a president? Then look at where you are today. Dave Umahi, I know you listen to Radio Biafra. Look at where you are today, my brother. Some people ask you how market. Look at where you are. You decimated your people at will, and then somehow you thought 2023 you become a president. You are not even smelling vice president. So where are you now? Where are you? And therefore you sold your soul, you sold everything. So Biafrans should know where this cancer is coming from. Biafrans must understand where this very deadly cell is located in that very land. William Obiano has killed and killed his way out, also thinking somehow you also get something higher. I'm not sure he's in Biafra land. I think he has run away. I'm sure he's not in the land after stealing and equating one cow to one Biafran soul. The cost of a cow should be a cost of a Biafran, and therefore Fulanis can continue to kill and give you 500,000, because that money they can get it easily from your oil and gas flowing in Biafra land. So for them it was easy, kill and give 500,000, but they killed and gave nothing. That F also did nothing. He ran away. At the end of the day, the EFCC, whatever they call all of these security apparatus, will share the money with them. Will detain them, shake them a little bit, and say, hey, if you don't bring that money, you are done. You will remain in that dungeon. And they say, okay, don't worry, we'll share it. This is all we've been getting in Biafra land. All morons, all F is complete. I mean, wouldn't it be better we get somebody responsible from primary school? A responsible young boy from primary school as a governor than these people we see there. Wouldn't that have been better? So we are so angry. We are so angry. What is happening to us? At some point, we don't know whether it's punishment. At some point, we don't know what is really happening. We are sometimes very dumbfounded. But one thing we must not do is to do nothing. That we must not do. That we must not do. And that is why we are forging ahead. We are remaining resolute and calling all Biafrans to also remain resolute. You are from a great ancestry, and all of you are great people, and you must not let yourself down. Neither will you let your guard also down. Asna onyenduro baraburuburu ne chendu yanche. We are going to keep watching and not sleeping. Mazi, at this juncture, I will give opportunity to one of our members here to come in. Mazi Chukwudi, you are here. I think Mazi Obiku. I will give you the microphone. If you are available, please come in and give account of what you think, what your take is all about on what is going on. And probably after that, I think Mazi Gwim was here. He withdrew. I don't know what happened to his system, and then he will come in. Mazi Chukwudi Obiku, are you here? Go ahead.
Yes, Mazi, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Go ahead, loud and clear.
Good afternoon, Biafrans all over the world. Mazi Jonathan, first of all, I have to thank you for the good job that you are doing for our people. Day and night is not easy. May Chukwuka Abiyama bless you. Biafrans all over the world, social those in Biafra land, social those in Nalu. This is our time that we have to rise up. This is not issue of Biafra anymore. This is the issue of our life of our people, because we cannot fold our hands while the Bubago led by Hope also Dimba train our people like animals. This is what our leader was shouting long time ago. A Bubago is not for us. It's against what we are doing. And all this concussion is from David Umai. From David Umai to Hope Uzodinma. As you people have seen, these creatures, they look for Hope Uzodinma. Because Hope Uzodinma is come to destroy our people, to destroy our land by Asa Fulani. All the leaders we have in the Igbo land, where are them? This is the hard time they need to rise and talk. But you cannot hear any of them, because their pocket is full. Because many of them have already saw their hands in the blood of the innocent people. This is the reason why we are fighting for Biafra, so that everybody will live in peace. But those people that we call our leaders, those people who call our elders in the Biafra land, they are folding their hands. They will not say anything, because our Fulani have already bought them out. Joy Bokwe, I was waiting for you to say something, because you are the mouthpiece of Asa Fulani. Now that our people are dying for no reason, now what happened on Sunday? The people that are coming out from the wedding, traditional wedding, the so people call a Bubago, you people brought to our land. What they are doing, and none of you have said anything concerning it. And when IPOB lies, they will say IPOB is the problem. IPOB is this, IPOB is that. What I want our people to understand this time around, this is the hard time for everybody to lie. This is not a matter of IPOB. Because when the Bubago was shooting, they don't know who is the IPOB, who is not an IPOB. They shoot any living thing they see as a human being in our land. Because after this all, they will enter another state and some other towns to continue their mayhem. Because they already paid to destroy our land. They already paid to destroy our people. They already paid to condemn and Islamize Biafra land in general. And some of you are there shouting PVC. PVC, after 8 years of slavery, we continue again. Is PVC better than freedom? Freedom is entirety. Freedom is forever. What we are fighting now is for freedom, not PVC. I want to let our people know and understand this time around. Even if they front whoever they want to convince our people need to rise up. Our people need to open their eyes and see what is about to come. We don't want any PVC. What we want is the total freedom. What we want is the freedom of our people. If you see what is happening in our land right now, those people that will put our trust on, those people that were voting in with our PVC, they are against us. So now we have to use a plan B, and that plan B is our total freedom of our people. We need to join our hands because the hour is now. Our people need to come out in mass because we can't fold our hands while the people are busy killing our people. 14 people, not even one, not even two, just die like a fowl. And our people are shouting, Ebubag must go. Not only Ebubag must go, even Obus of them have to go. Even all the bad leaders in our land have to go as well. Revolution is coming. And we need to support those on the ground with our all possible best and means to back them up. We cannot just shout only these 2 days and start going to our normal businesses. No. Because that's a blow. We need to join you people to the call. Because if you fold our hands, we don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. Maybe this time around they will go to the churches and start shooting people there, left and right. And nobody will say anything because they will be thinking the one that happened last time, nobody said anything. So my brothers and sisters in Biafra land, let us stand up right now and fight what belongs to us and get what belongs to us, so that at the end the victory will become ours. But at the end we will play Chukwu Ikabiama, so that at the end we will join and rejoice, because freedom is eternity, not PVC. For those of you climbing up about PVC, that is another 8 years in jail. That is another 8 years of suffering. That's another 8 years of destroying our land. We are busy fighting our Fulani. We are busy fighting Islam. We don't want our people to be Islamized. We don't want our people to be lavish in the hands of our enemies. But many of you there didn't know what we are seeing. Many of you there didn't understand where we are going. Many of you there didn't see what is about to come. But when we are shouting, some of you will come home and do it. Let us see. Some people will be on the ground. Some people will be outside. Some people will be inside the jail. And the gospel will be continue moving until we get to our destination. My hope for my brothers and sisters in the Biafra land, those that are receiving the bullet, will stand behind you and we will continue stand behind you until we get our destination. What I'm saying in essence, as we started the protest, let this protest not just die. Maybe after 2 or 3 days, we will continue this protest until the world hear our voice until the world hear our cry, because we cannot fold our hands this time around. Why our people are dying for no reason? Why our people are dying for nothing? For some of you who doesn't know what is about to come, thinking that the war is already started. The Fulani have already bring the war to our land. Our so-called leaders have already bring the war to our doorstep. Why some of you are there laughing? Why some of you are still sitting on the fence? Because it's not your brother. Because it's not your sister. It happened in Imo State. It's not in Anambra. It happened in Enugu. It's not in Anambra. One day, it will circulate to everywhere. One day, it will get to your doorstep. And nothing you can do. Because when it will happen in Olu, instead of you to stand up and support, you make it as if it doesn't concern you. But before it gets to you, it's already late. So what I'm saying in essence, let all the Biafran people in Biafra land support what will happen in Olu this time around, so that the massive protest will continue, so that the world will hear our voice. Enough is enough. Forget about those that are saying all sorts of nonsense. The Biafra is dead, Biafra is this. Forget about those that are bringing fake news in the social media, creating all sorts of nonsense. Sit at home without order. Sit at home without command from the HDOS. Sit at home without command from the HOD. We have only one voice. We have only one leader. It's our own Mazi Kanu. That is our leader, that is our commander. Whoever else that is giving you any instruction that did not come from our leader, that did not come from the electorate of state, escape from those people. They are the people that are polluting our land. Those are the people that are causing all this havoc in our land. Those are the people that are bringing enemies. Because though many of them are paid agents, they are doing what they pay them for. But many of you doesn't know. And they will continue doing their work because they are already paid. Don't follow them. Don't follow any instruction from them, because they are doing the work of our enemies. Soon, they will see the percussion of all this evil, all these atrocities they are bringing in our land. And I pray very soon, their road is going to be closed. Because I believe that many of us have already know their plan. Many of us already know where they are heading to. I thank those that are drawing back. Because when we were telling them earlier this year, they could not believe until when they see by themselves and retrace their step back. And we believe, I strongly believe there is still some of us that in Biafra land that are following their instruction. Please, any news or message or instruction that you did not hear from Radio Biafra, exists from there. We have only one Radio Biafra. Either you listen to Radio Biafra US 1 or US 2, or Hello Motherland South Africa, or Jonathan or African led or AK from Israel. Any other one is not belong to us. And what came from these radio stations that I mentioned here. Please, our people in Biafra land, make sure you tune Radio Biafra. If you didn't listen to America 1 or 2, you can listen to South Africa or African led, where we can get information. This is where we can get accurate news concerning any plan that DOS is working with, concerning any information that you will follow on with. Any other thing except from these platforms that I mentioned is fake. Let us follow the light source by listening to Radio Biafra so that we will get information. What is somebody cannot just wake up or sitting in a squatter camp or in a room and issue a command to our people in Biafra land. And some of us will be confused. So those in Biafra land, please make sure you listen to our radio so that you mustn't misbelieve to getting any information concerning what we are doing. My brothers and sisters, let me stop here for now until they call me back. I'll stand by.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That
to you.
Yeah, that was our South African representative under the African representative. Thank you so much, and well delivered and well spoken. Thank you so much. The microphone will now go back to our presenter of today, being the person of Mazi. Jonathan, please, microphone is back to you, Mazi Jonathan, and I will yield back, and then you will proceed from there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
There were our deputy HOD, Mazi Nzurumi.
Mazi Jonathan, are you there?
Yes. Yes. Sorry, I muted my phone, my microphone. Sorry. Yes. There were.
Mazi Jonathan, are you there?
Yes. I'm hearing you.
Mazi, can you hear me?
Yes, of course. Of course, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. Can't you hear me? Of course, you're hearing me now.
Yes, Mazi Nzurumi. Yes.
Are we having some issues? I can't hear Mazi Jonathan, our presenter.
Mazi, I'm hearing you. I hope you're hearing me. I'm hearing you. The whole world is hearing.
Contribution to what is going on, and being an interactive, let me see if I can get Mazi Jonathan and figure out what is going on in case we're still on air. Thank you very much.
Yes, Mazi, I have already delivered my message. I'm only waiting for the interactive session so that I can answer any question that is thrown at me.
All right, but we are not hearing Mazi Jonathan. Is that correct?
Yes, let's wait and see if he comes back. Okay, I'll be standing by.
He says he's hearing us. But
I'm hearing
him.
I don't know what is the problem. Your voice is coming out on air. Everything is going on well. I don't know why you are not hearing me.
Mazi Jonathan, please proceed.
Okay, good. Thank you, our deputy head of the Directorate of Estates, Mazi Nzurumi, with Mazi Abanyem and Mazi Zayoba and Mazi Gwim. Everybody in this program today, we are going to take a short break, and when we come back, I'll open the line so that people will call in, just not much anyway, But before we go into the break, please do not forget that what we are doing here, what we are clamoring for, is for our lives, the future of our children. The future generations will live good life. It starts like this. Europe, you see today, you are clamoring to go, you are dying to go. They were not born to be like this, as you are seeing them. They worked hard for it. There was a time in Europe that, what is happening in the zoo was even worse in Europe. In their feudal system, where few individuals, politicians, kings, clergymen, we are subjugating every other people, the whole population. But the time came. The people said, they reasoned. They said, why are we in this world together, but we came into this world together, but it seems that now these other people, they are saying that they are more important than everybody. What is the problem? Mazi, can you hear me right now? I hope you are hearing me.
Yes, now we can hear you loud.
Mazi Abwanya, Mazi Nzrumike, please, if you are hearing me, confirm. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. And what about you?
I don't know. I'm hearing all of you, but I don't know why you people are not hearing me. I don't know. So as I was saying before, it is us that can change our situation. It is us that can change our situation. There is one. Okay, good. There is one thing I saw. One bishop on social media today. I saw him complaining. He said that. Okay, good. I'm hearing you people. I was hearing you people. I've been hearing you people. So, what I said, there was one clergyman. He's a bishop, a Christian bishop. He was complaining, saying that he is not an APC member, that he was never invited on that so-called shenanigan of Shetima. But all of a sudden, he said his phone number, his name, was called in that show of shame, and his phone number was pronounced as if he was there. And another, lo and behold, another person went as if it's him. And now he concluded by saying that God Almighty, he leave everything for God, that God will judge these people for what they committed. And I commented there, I said, look, you people are still backward. There is no way God will judge these people. It is you that we human beings that we should judge them. This planet Earth is made so that we human beings are in control and should judge. Stop saying that God will judge them. It's a weak person's way of pronouncement. That is what I call it. Why are you waiting for God? Rise up and do something. You want to wait for God? They bastardize your ideology, your religion, and you say, no, we leave it for God. That is why the caliphate is having the upper hand. Because they are taking charge of everything. They are in command. If any person misbehaves according to the way they want, now they will treat that person. They will take charge. They will not leave it for God. Because human being is the God of this world. That is what people should understand. That is why we are calling all and sundry, in order to rise up against a bubago. Do not allow yourself to believe that, oh, it is when they kill me or my child or any of my siblings that I will rise up. That is stupidity. This living things for God for judgment, that is rubbish. You live things for God, and the people, they are committing more and more. They will tell you, oh, just live it. Do you know that the Fulani Caliphate, the Caliphate, they are mocking Christians. They used to use it as a statement. They say, look, if you are not a Christian, that will leave it for God. You do me, I do you. After all, I think one Fulani politician have said it publicly in the zoo. That thank God he's not a Christian. That anything that happens, they take responsibility and pay back. That is why we are calling our people, both in Imo, in Anambra, in Ebony, in Bayelsa, every part, to join what the protest against a bubago, against the killing of our people, because enough should be enough. If you fail to do what you should do, you suffer the consequences. That is the reality. This world is controlled by human beings. It is we that is going to change the way things happen to us. Only if you are ready to suffer the inconvenience. That is the only thing, the only condition. Only if you are able, if you can be able to suffer the inconvenience. Right now, the die is cast. This Ebubago which they brought in order to kill our people, they should be chased out of, they should be dissolved. Those that brought them should be arrested. I'm telling you, they should be charged. Why most of them must say they carried everything and give to DSS? Because he believed that DSS is a no-go. Even if they come, they say they are the people that did it. And then what are you going to do? Go to Abuja and deal with them. Because you know that a bubago is illegal. You know that if you accept it that is a bubago, that all hell will break loose, they will be chased out immediately. But all these lies can no more hold. Therefore, we go into a few minutes break, so that when we come back, I'll take just a few calls, please. Don't go away. We'll be right back. This planet Earth is made so that human beings are in control.
No freedom is eternity. Not
I stand on truth, and the one who is here, I'm stand on truth. Yeah, because all the matter you want to get because the matter I also say, but each one using the one. Let us do all our men. Mumunemu to Tremage, Adifurela, Evolam of the Nata, Ama de Happy Mumunemu to Tremagela, or Muabera, Adaremania, Woyan, Ama de Happy, Anya Mumunem to Tremelo wine, or Mua wine, or Mua Jeremania William, all men were all Mundem Nila, Adama de Happy long men were, Umunema Lando, that no Mundem to Tremage. No one will come back. No one will come back. I did not happy Sunday. And when I no. As mentioned, you money, or that plan look for justice to come out. Because we must stay in Nigeria because they're popular notion. But I say, I want more women who can be Sunday. Give my destiny, my joy, my happiness is in Sunday. And where's my hope? I don't have any other hope, including a bomb on work and Gramania. They damage every day. How about your working on stroke? Up to 86 years. Work is in Sunday. And where's your to work? I'm okay in our home. You came Sunday. Every damage, every properties, every dancing in Turazo, Njimero Kenyan and Dobudua. I just waste the buy up, Baul and walk on my dog. Wash every down here. Go to lead and never machine who wouldn't need a region. You ain't telling the cable. Woman, the Moya Tabo, Amaya Kapa, Machine Gojilaba, Machine Phone, Yishiria Lepilese, Big Oli, Oda Yamaka Nuga, every element was more. You can't go long, Bicon, Omian Church, Bicon.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. Our lines are now open. If you have questions, please, you call and go straight to the point. Please, do not make preambles, please, so that we can take as much in this few time that is left. We can take as much as possible. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, our WhatsApp and Signal line +61 405 142 547. I have a first caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Call on WhatsApp.
Yes, Mazi, I can hear you. Good evening, sir.
Welcome to the program. Please go straight to your question.
Yes, Mazi, Jonathan. My name is Mark Orisachukuma. Orisachukuma is from Biafra land, from Abia State. Isiala North, Sulu precisely, in Biafra land. Calling from my location, sir. I thank you. I greet you all, the members of the DOS, the directors of state, Mazi Zunike. I greet you, sir. Good evening. Sir, what is really happening in Biafra land? Your submission this evening, it touches my heart. The whole Biafra land is in mourning, is in sorrow. And what you all have contributed and say and speak to us is the right thing. Mazi Jonathan had been sounding this all this while, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had been sounding this all these years. And it's like he enters from our right ears to the left ear, he goes out. We Biafrans, we the indigenous people, I don't know what is with us. I don't know what is wrong with us. It's like we are not aware. That's why we are aware. Mazi sang this thing all these years that they are coming, and look at what is about to happen. That we should get ready. And now they are brought war to our doorsteps, to our own home, to indigenous people of Biafra. I want to speak to all Biafrans this evening because it's like they don't know that this fight is for every one of us. No one is exemption. The fight have come, that brought it. They have started killing our people. They recruited the Boko Harams into Nigerian soldiers, into the police, into all kind of forces in Nigeria and send them down to east. Now they recruited them and send them to Ebubago. All the whole soldiers came for the election time in Anambra State, in Biafra land. After the election, what they planned failed, because we thank God for the DOS and indigenous people, the IPOB, what they have done, they failed, all their plans failed woefully. So all the red soldiers, the whole soldiers that come, the mercenaries from the foreign, the Sahel, the Fulani herdsmen, the terrorists, the Boko Harams, the ISWAP, those that they say repented, that they send them down to our place, them go back. The whole glory that carried them, the bomb, see them carrying them back. The weapons, the guns and the armored tanks, they didn't take them back. Everything is kept in Biafra land. Then the soldiers, they now remove their clothes, the army uniform, and they enter Ebubago. And this is Ebubago that David Omahi and Hope Ozodimba brought for us. To speak to Biafrans now, this Ebubago is not only in Ebonyi State and in Imo State. They have deep going down the southeast state, the Biafran land. They are now even in Abia. Abia own all this while. I thought maybe they're not operating, the Abia is not operating on it, but I had a hint about last week that even they came to a remote village, even inside Sulu, in Sialangwan North. They came to that village, they picked some youths, they said those youths fought, and they picked them. There are four boys like that, and they released 3, the remaining one. They said the other one, they tortured him. He said that he has a gun, and he went to get, maybe they get the gun that he used to secure himself, and they took that guy away, and the guy is not back until now. When I got that call, I got that information, I was madly angry, and I asked, I said, why our people are lying Ebubago, showing a bag way? Mazi, I want. Sometimes what happened to us, we used to use our hand to do it. I don't know why a whole Biafran, a free-born, the son of the soil, a grandson of the soil, the indigenous people. So see the devil that kills them, they will go and eat with the devil. They use their hand, they brought Ebubago. If Ebubago is coming, and that Ebubago, without them knowing that Ebubago are machinery, there is machineries hired, even from Asare Dokubo, from the river area, our own brothers. They hired them, the hungry one, the hungry youths there, they hired them, they brought them in, they came to kill their own brothers. There is woe to them that come and kill their brother. I want to send this clear to every Biafra land, that let even people in the interland in the river area. This battle is not only for Imo State. If you keep saying this is Imo State, this is what Mazi Jonathan is sounding sees. Is it happening in Imo State? It's not in my state. It's not. It doesn't happen to my brother. Let me tell you, this will get to you. After Imo State, they are moving. They also send the Mazi can send it this evening again. So I want everybody to wake up wherever you are. Let's move forward. Let's shout as others is shouting. As is happening in Imo State, let Abba rise up. Let Ibocha rise up. Let people from the Riverine area, people from Ogoja, people from across river Ipob, let them start, let everybody, let this voice be one. This is how it happened, and this is how God wants it. God wants to fight our battle. We feel where God cannot come down from heaven, third heaven, and fight for us. It's we that's going to do it like this, because they have given us in charge of our territory, of our land. What we want is what we're going to get, and the world is listening, the world is watching. So I wake up the spirit of the Biafran women, that is our mothers, even the ones living or dead, the one that is alive. This thing happened now. It happened to a mother. It happened to a mother that lost his 2 children. Maybe that would be the only light in that family, the only 2 boys in that family. I don't know, because I heard now that the woman is dead this evening because of the trauma of the incident. Let every mother rise up now and speak. Let that be a resolution. Let there be a revolution. Let everybody rise up. It's not only in Imo State. Mazi, I want to respect contribution here. Thank you for
thank you. Bless. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Caller on signal. Welcome to the program.
I can hear you.
There, Mazi, go on, please.
Thank you very much. My greetings to the members of the US. Let me just say something, Mazi. Having seen what is happening in Biafra land today, I can say authoritatively say that IPOB have applied every civil rules to seek for Biafra restoration. So, and it seems to me, even those that we are looking up, maybe somehow, let me just talk to my own point of view, UN or whatever, they come and make statement and go. We see what happened in Spain, and they just bury everything after their referendum. And I see it seeking my freedom from those that are holding me down. So now, after we have applied for all civil rules and everything, civil ways to seek for Biafra restoration, and the things are continuing being worse, like what happened in Imo State and what is happening in Biafra land. What alternative do we have outside the civil way or democratic way of getting Biafra? That's number one. Well, the question I want to ask. That I want to say about concern this Ebubago, what that boy have said. I watched it on Ipob Rapture today. Somebody that call him is a pure lie. That guy is a commander for Ebubago, and Ebubago, I have called on this platform several times, complain about Ebubago. Even the last one, on Mike Mazi Peters, I called. This Ebubago, they have a place in Omuma local government. They have a place where they stay, and the people working there are from Calabar area and the Benue people. And this guy is the person leading them as their commander. That is Ogun, is by name. Is Chuku Aka Akebulawa. So now this Ebubago has to be stopped. What I if they ask me what I have in mind, I need to teach. So that is number one. The number two, Mazi, even if number three, sorry, even if the governors we see in the Biafra land today now, Peter Obi win the election, we can see the last hope SFR can even have within the Igbo people. Those from this Anambra on this ceremony governor, new ceremony governor has not done anything since over 120 days now, or 130 days. Now that has proven that even people will become worse against his people. So we have nobody to serve us. We have nobody to be on our side. Is there any other thing I prepare ourselves? We are the mouthpiece now. It's our duty to serve our people and serve ourselves. If there's any that we begin to do it, if we need people to go and train them, we go and train people. Take them in other places. That's what I want to say. I'm getting angry for all these things. The place, this person, this person kept a key 14 people from my area. And tears, when I listen to this guy crying, tears come out of my eye. I don't know. So we have to prepare ourselves. We stop complaining. If they meet us, they kill us, we kill them back. Very much, and God bless you. That's what I want to say.
There were Mazi. Mazi, Nzurumika, please. Over to you people.
Yes, I'm not sure that he asked much questions. I think he contributed, and also to at least one, from me, what I saw as one question is something we also said the other day. I don't know whether our brother also followed the last broadcast. I thank him in any case for coming forward to contribute and also to show his anxiety about what is going on. It is just like similar question we had the other day. Somebody asking whether we have a plan B. It's not quite any much different from that, and we'll continue to say, in as much as we are structured the way we are, in as much as what we are doing is cumbersome, what we are doing is not a one-way traffic. we must also trade with caution, and whatever be our plan B is not, we are not actually in, what I say, at liberty to divulge plan B may be until that remains internal deliberation, that remains directives, and it remains so. But if whether the question is whether we have a plan B, of course, yes, there is a plan B, and we are not just, when we say we are not retreating, we are not surrender, we mean business. We do mean business. Yes, even as they kill our people, my brother, the reactions are also there. The enemies, you should ask them how they feel today, even as the recent, unfortunate recent event took place. We normally need to come forth before the whole world to, show or showcase our anger. That's the usual thing you normally have to do. It's called reaction to a development, and you don't sit by the side and do nothing. If you don't say somebody pinched you a place that is so painful, if you don't say that to the third party will look away and think, oh, that very pinching on you was not painful, so he doesn't really mind and will look the other way. So we have come to say we've been pinched so hard, and we need also a response. So we leave those necessary proceedings, recognize international proceedings in the open. Whatever is our plan B is not something for us to divulge on the air. I just want you to bear with us, our brother, bear with us, and all your contributions we have taken note. Thank you so much. Mazi, Jonathan, if you will proceed. I don't know whether, I think he did ask something else by way of contribution. We also addressed that concerning the embargo. We have said that already. We have expressed our feelings concerning that, and we have also made it clear that in our own perspective, embargo is prescribed this very, very hallowed movement. We do not want them in our land, as simple as that. We want anything called embargo to disappear from Biafra land. Maybe Mazi Abani may have something to contribute to that. Abani, are you at liberty to make some contribution from what our brother did present? I don't know. Go ahead, Mazi.
It is always good to hear our opinion, especially in this time of crisis. We are all both concerned, especially those who have conscience, because as I already said, the leaders, the so-called leaders, they have no conscience anymore. They have sold their conscience for money. They have soiled their hands in blood. Nigeria is not a country. It doesn't belong to anybody. It's just a business center for the UK. Ready. Well, nobody is taking it serious. Nobody is patriotic. You have to be patriotic when something belongs to you, when you have connection to that particular country. Nobody has a connection to Nigeria. It means nothing. It means nothing but darkness. And nobody wants to, associate him or herself with darkness. So our concerns are the same. We want to make sure that our people are free from this bondage, from the shackles of slavery and servitude, from the danger. And the main problems we are facing are the subservient politicians in Biafra land. They are the one importing these terrorists to come and kill our people in the name of maintaining their political situation and positions. And getting contract from Abuja. Our people need to rise up. This is the time. There should be no more Ebubago in Biafra land. No more Ebubago is abolished from tonight. Ebubago should be abolished. Igbo people shall rise up everywhere. In the State, in Enugu, Anambra, or elsewhere. Igbo land is one, because if you don't do anything in Igbo, the governor in another state will do the same in their own state. So this is the time to abolish Igbo land, starting with Imo State. Thank you.
There, Mazi. I have a caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi, can you hear me as well?
Go on, please. The whole world is hearing, please. Go on.
Thank you very much, my big brother Mazi, Jonathan. I appreciate the good work that you are doing for the program. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I say our ancestors protecting him anywhere he is, and I salute Biafrans on all of you that are working assiduously to make sure that we retain our freedom that keep away from us. And no matter what, we must keep our freedom. Mazi, I salute my HDOS, all of you there. I salute you, appreciate all of you. From the head, not only the Biafrans, the Biafrans. We have seen the good work that we people have been doing since history is not around. And then, despite the monitoring, the accusation level people, other people, I stand by morning, afternoon, and night. It doesn't matter any name they want to people. They are going to be people and fight. Mazi, the people are all here now. After the war, before the war and after the war, and now that the war is triggered by the British government to subdue Igbo. Now, what they did was ask the government to do those to keep leaders on loss. Imposing leaders on loss, and we are witnessing it. In keeping Igbo to us, that's why you see our the whole Nigerian government, not the part of their own people they're supposed to do. Now, the reason why in this state we have leaders, whatsoever, governors, representatives, House of Assembly, the Biafrans have none. We have nobody speaking for us. It's only you speaking for us, the IPOB that is speaking for us. We have no leader. The reason why I am listening now, I want to go straight and ask this question. My leaders, I am putting this question to you directly. Why is it that the people of Calabar are coming all the way, joining, killing our own people? People from Calabar to know very well the land has been polluted, the land is not been clean. There is every pollution you are talking about in this war. But there, he did not have any impact. But I want to what is it that I know sure that we are, but you know, I have been my mind, and I want to hear why is people from why are we allowing come and be marking our people?
So why is your voice ceasing and coming? I cannot understand. Can you just shift?
I don't know what it is. But I don't know if you are hearing me, if they are hearing me.
I understand your question. I understand your question.
If they did not, if my leader did not get it, they will put it in.
Yes.
Because even people who just never again, for sure, the network that will pass. What people we are destroying. What was the reason that the Yorubas in our stated that even people were the one who voted not they destroyed those businesses. You should say up to now, not the political elite has to say what they do.
Thank you. I think
are not helping us.
I have got a glimpse of your question. I don't know why your line is like this. Even I think yesterday did the same thing, or day before yesterday. Thank you very much. Let me put it. Mazi is asking, he said, why should other people be killing us Biafrans, Igbo Biafrans mostly, like in Oshun? The Oshun election triggered some the killing and destruction of Igbo properties over there. Say, why is it always we are bearing the brunt? And also, he said, why, like the pig in the creek is recruiting people from the riverine areas in order to come to hinterlands to kill our people. Why is it so? Why is it allowed? That is what he's asking, I think, in a nutshell. Please go on.
Yeah, Mazi, I will just take just a small portion of this whole question, and Mazi, you guys can look into where you can contribute on the same question, of course, especially on the Oshun and other aspect of that question. We understand that the very pig, so to say, from a very part of our land has been corrupted long ago. There is this audio that was disseminated some years back, and it used to be played in Radio Biafra repeatedly. I wish that can be played once again. Mazi Jonathan, if you lay your hands on that Abuja Convention 1989, if you can lay your hands on that audio, let's play it, and everybody will understand why this moron in the riverine area has decided to kill our people.
You mean the Abuja Declaration?
He is on record saying, you say what?
The Abuja Declaration by
Declaration 1989.
Yes, I understand.
Exactly, 1989. Please, it should be played repeatedly on this very radio. Most of our people have forgotten whatever is happening today, why they are happening. Most of what is happening is entailed in that very audio. People should listen. Asare Dokubo was mentioned. He was mentioned, and people should understand, based on that audio alone, understand why he's doing what he's doing today. He is doing the bidding, of course, as the audio said. He is doing the bidding of his Fulani masters, the people who took him to Saudi Arabia and trained him there. And that audio said it all. He was picked up, trained there, Islamized, and brought back, so that they will use him when the time is up. And now, according to the agenda, the time is up, and they decided to activate him. That is why, instead of arresting him, because they also hold things against him, they have things they hold against him, but they will not, because they are going to use him. He's a useful tool. He is a useful tool. So they are going to make use of him, and that's what they are doing today. So while they are killing on the other flank with their, Fulani Janjaweed terrorists in uniform, murdering down villages and killing their way out of villages, they have asked this guy not only to prevent the influence of Biafra from taking a route, they have also asked him to wage a war against his own people. And that is why he came out boldly and pronounced, and made it a public pronouncement that he was going to kill off Nnamdi. He said it now. He said it. So it is not it's not like anybody is accusing him of anything. He said he was going to kill our people. So we know what he's doing. But I know your question is, why is he being allowed? No, he's not being allowed. But you know, we do say in English, you can run, but you cannot hide. That means one day is for the owner of the house. So he is not doing it in a safer, what I say, he's doing it, of course, from a particular range where he thinks he is safe. But that's what I'm saying. You may run, but you cannot hide. You can be doing it safely, slaving, playing your way, killing your way out safely, sending your boys out safely, but you cannot succeed. One day you succeed. One day Biafrans will overcome. This is somebody who came out the other day and declared himself as the president of Biafra. He said he was president of Biafra, de facto government. And this Biafra, that shows you that there's something about the Fulani agenda that's like a mystery. That even when somebody is convinced completely about what he understands and what he believes, that somehow they end up still turning that person around. Well, nobody ever believed Astare to be a real bona fide freedom fighter, for real, authentic. No. We know him as a political jobber. We know him as somebody who will not dig a hole where he cannot find anything. He is somebody who can always dig a hole unless there's something in it. It's not the same Asari who, when consulted, when Onyendu thought he was really somebody one could quit. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, did not go to these people, try to knock on their doors. Some people will wonder whether we have been doing all this. But I can assure you that this is well done. But even at the end of meetings, knocking on his door, for him to even make any contribution, meaningful contribution, not financially from himself, but for him to play his own part to ensure that we collectively get this Biafra and freedom. He was demanding for millions of dollars. Our leader said this recently, and that is true. I can confirm that. I was there at present. A number of us were there when he demanded. This is somebody who demanded for over $10 million US before he can get his boys to get involved in what we are doing to make sure that we collectively get Biafra. Yet, he wanted Biafra. Can you take him serious? That the same Biafrans he's talking about, he's killing them today. And he said he was going to kill them. Go to his Facebook page. He will show you people, boys that he said he has killed, and that he has sent them to hell, and people should come and pick their bodies. So tomorrow now, nobody should blame Biafrans, IPOB or probably other Biafrans who are sympathizing with IPOB for what they're going through. Because whoever this man has killed with his boys, those people too have families. Those people too have mothers. Those people too have relatives. They too are humans. And they respond to stimuli. And in as much as they are humans as respond to stimuli, revenge is a stimuli. That I must assure him. So, doing what he's doing and thinking people should clap for him. Today he goes to Abuja freely, nobody arrests him because he's doing their bidding. He is busy, campaigning for Tinubu and condemning Mazi Obi, isn't it? So everything he's doing is completely antithetical, and we understand where he's going to. He has turned around. This is somebody who just a couple of months said he is the president of Biafran Republic, government, de facto government, with Mazi Mefo being his clerical office, and whole lots of renegades surrounding him and working with him. But he has picked up the arms and killing those he was supposed to support for the so-called freedom he thought he was yelling for. He is not looking for freedom. This man is a joke, a complete joke. What is that is for his pocket, and he cannot get. That is even the worst of it. Why are his boys not going after this man who goes to collect money in their names and does nothing for them? You will pick monies in the name of Ijaw men and Ijaw youths, go to Cotonou to develop Cotonou. Now he's killing Igbo boys or Biafran boys, whatever he can lay his hand on, and I can assure you, some of the people he's killing are from Cross State. Some of the people he's killing are from Edo State. Some of the people he's killing are Urobos. Some of the people he's killing are from Isekiri. Because the IPOB you see is not just Igbo. So he ends up killing a chunk of other clans and claims he has killed them. For him, he has killed IPOB. But he's killing other clans. I said we know that people have fallen who are from Ishikiri. He has killed people from Edo land. He has killed people, even only people from Ijaw land as well. And I'm sure Ijaw people will rise against him. I am sure, just counting, people will rise against him. He has killed some of their own. Not even knowing. And therefore, of course, I will wrap it up here. That question is very, very heavy. Concerning Oshun, I would like Mazi to just throw a little bit light into it, and I will now yield back. Thank you very much, Mazi Jonathan.
Okay. Yeah, well, Mazi. Okay. You have said it all concerning the pig in the creek here, what I call a mechanical freedom fighter. Doesn't do anything without paying for that. What we are doing in IPOB is voluntary. You work, you don't look for inducement. That's how you become a part of the ideology. Because anybody who is doing something because of what you are going to get immediately, he's doing what he's doing. We know him very well. If I want to say something about what is happening in Osun or every other part of the zoo, I will tell you first of all that our people, the Biafrans, or especially the Igbo Biafrans, are the ones who are carrying the burden of one Nigeria in their head. They're carrying it on their head. And they are the ones who are going everywhere to invest. They are going every part of Nigeria to invest. Our politicians are the ones who are always politically correct, while other ethnic nationalities are protecting their own people. When you hear them speak, they speak for their people. When they do business for their people. They don't invest any other place except in their own, nation. We Biafrans, especially the Igbos, are the ones who are going to other parts of the zoo to develop that place and feel at home. Sometimes they see us as we are coming to encroach their land. They will sell the land to us. We develop it for them and make their place, lively, economically. But then, when anything happens, we become the enemies. Until we learn to, mind our own business, until we learn to go back to where we come from and make sure we develop our places. Whatever business we are doing, if we bring it back to our own part of the zoo or our own land, which is Biafra, others who need them will come back to us and buy them. We must not be going everywhere to develop everywhere. and become the sacrificial lamb whenever anything happens, any minor thing happens. The Igbos become the sacrificial lamb, offering at the altar of one Nigeria every time, beginning from 1945. The date. We have been paying that price, and we have not learned our lessons. That's why, in my own analysis, that's what I'm seeing. We are too politically correct. We are the ones who are, portraying that we are one Nigeria. We want to make sure that Nigeria exists, while other ones are staying in their own clan, protecting their own clan, and investing in their own clan. Until we learn this lesson, I think this problem will never stop. Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi. Any other person want to say something? Because me too, I want to add something, but go on, please. Go on.
Let me just thank you very much, everybody. My colleagues here have said it all. Because the problem started from our own people, and if you're talking about Saleh Dokubo, I see him as a psychotic. Looking at him, you know that the guy is not well. They are giving him those Dubai and those stuff they are giving to them in the north. So, what do you expect? The Fulanis know how to use to do the dirty job, like the way you see most of them now. Most of them is from core Igbo land. So look at what he's doing for the Fulanis. He sent the Wike all the way from the north. This man took 500 million to go in the houses the Fulani set ablaze in the north, just to get favor. 500 million of River State, according to him. But he's owing to his to teachers in River State. He's owing to civil servants. He's owing to pension, and took it to the north. What did we get in return? And he came back and started killing people with impunity. There's problem with our people, and I don't blame these politicians. Like our leader always say, how many are there? When Odibo one was happening here, our people left Igbo land here, went to the north and sang Hadies after killing his own people. You know, the youths are the ones that these people will, you know, we can do now is encourage our people, stand up to these people. That is the same thing we are telling those who are talking about 2023 now. I asked some of these questions to our people. You watch somebody who won election, you know, and cast your vote, make your choice be the governor. Only 6 months to 7 months, HDOS was removed in a blood-led without any. The whole people in the coastal region, the whole of our people in the mainland, none of them every one of them jumped over to this man now that have slaughtered Imo youth because they did not stand up and challenge all these things. What else can we do? We can only continue to talk to our people, to speak courage to them, which they are picking a little bit of courage now, but they need to do more. They need to stand up more. Otokoto, all of them, all these criminals, when they came out the other time, they know how we was killing the youth, which Hope Uzodinma was a youth during the time of all these governors you're looking at now, they were youths. If all our governors that slaughtering our youth, now most of them would have not been alive today. Talk less of seeing politics and knowing what politics is. Because these ones we are single-handed selected by the folk to do the dirty job for them. Look at how they push all these so-called idiots, I call them. Completely uneducated idiots. That's what I call these politicians. The governors. Fulani trick them to form their own Ebubago to counter IPOB ESN. Only for them to infiltrate it. Now you see Fulani being a part of Ebubago, using that as a camouflage, going into the community, open fire, because they know that this is the only way they can kill Igbo youth and put fear on them. These are well calculated and well plotted to destroy our people. And what we are saying, we are not saying that our people should go violent, but at least stand up. Stand up. Your school has been shut down. Your business has been destroyed. You stay in your community, you are being destroyed, you are being killed, you don't go anywhere, they don't provide job for you, your life is at stake, there's nothing for you. Nothing from the government. Why are you keeping quiet? Why are you then, what do you live for then? Are you going to fight? Are you going to stand up when you are 50 or 70 or 80? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spend how many years preaching as we are talking now? Only for 3 months. All of you just dabaruolo all over the place. None of you have asked question. Why did they suspended? Why did they postponed the case or adjourn the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu another 4 months? It's to give these criminals opportunity to see whether they will confuse you more. DOS, what are you doing? What are you doing? What is the next plan? What is now? So if we will have the next plan, as some of you are asking, so we should come on the radio here and we expose it, so you will be happy to hear it. Like you, some of you are claiming that the other criminal is telling you what you hear. When DOS was quiet, he's the only one talking. What is he talking about? And look at what he has led you today. Our people need to stand up. Like Mazi said, we are not going to be, Nigeria cannot be living off of our blood. We confronted some of the politicians that came here, some of the ministers that came here. The only people who came to talk down on us was Igbo people. The Fulani who came here with them, we are laughing at them. Send them to go and humiliate your people. Go and embarrass your people. They are talking about Biafra. You people are sitting down here with us. They send the Igbos out. Some of them idiots, all of them came out to start telling us how Nigeria is there. One, how they love Nigeria. And then I was asking them, you came in a country where there is security. You came in a country where there is hospital. You came into a country where there is electricity. In fact, you went to a university lobby to do your party here in Ireland. If British were so good to them, we are so lovely to them, tell me why the Irish people chased the British away. Why? This is white man to white man, and they were developing here at that time. And you are telling us, people who destroy your business for no reason, you are going to vote, you are going to look for PVC. They will give you in Lagos. They will tell you go to Biafra land, go to Igbo land. You go to Abuja, they will tell you we are not giving you PVC. Go to Igbo land and collect your PVC. And you still see some Igbo people, Igbo flavors, they are the one carrying this PVC thing on their head more than the Fulanis who have already known what to do. They have made their plan. Everything has been in place. It's only our people that we're going to kill on this now. Sambisa Forest, look at what is going on in the north. They send our soldiers there, identify them with the Fulani, they will kill them. And you see how Igbo land is under siege with the military, including Ebudago, infiltrated by the Fulanis, and our people are doing nothing. I am asking, all this number of people that are going every Sunday and talking rubbish there, praying to what I don't know. If that number of people can come out on a street in solidarity with our people who has been killed, because one injury to one is one injury to everybody. Anambra should stand up. Ebonyi should stand up. Enugu should stand up. Imo State should stand up. Abia, everybody should stand up. Let's stop this madness, this killing of our youth. If they continue the rate they are going, in the next 5 or 6 years, there will be no more youth left. Then the Fulani will have freeway. The ESN have managed to stop them from cutting raping our women in the bushes now. They are frustrated and they are going on the streets, killing, going into remote areas now, adopting young youth that is only 20 years old, 25 years, disappearing them. Who is going to fight all these things? Is it UN will jump from now? Even Amnesty have tweeted it and giving you a tip off. The only thing, come out for protest for your life, it for you, and you were sitting in one place and asking the others what are their next plan. Our people, enough is enough. Please, we need to stand up. We need to stand up. Nobody is going to do this thing for us. Nobody. Europeans have their own challenges now. Ukraine are fighting to death now. Every other countries have will stand up. It's only us. It's only in Africa. Nothing much is happening. And look at the misery of our youth in Africa today, including most of it is in Biafra land in Nigeria. Every little thing that happened, they will use Igbo man. The same Igbo man who claimed that he's one Nigeria carrying it up, they will go and destroy your business, burn down your houses, anywhere. Everybody now is using us as a punching bag. Easy man to kill, easy man to destroy their business. In Abuja, in Kaduna, in Kanu, in Kafancha, in Lagos, even Lagos here. We can only talk here. That is the best. And if there is any money to contribute, we are contributing here. I am paying my monthly dues here. Most of the members, all of us are contributing here. In protest here, we comfort them. So why can't you protest as well? How can young 14 Igbo men slaughtered in a broad daylight one day, just everybody is looking like it's nothing? Mazi, let me just leave it here. Thank you very much.
There were. What I want to also add on this, you have said you thought it anyway. Yes, other people kill us, mostly Igbo Biafrans. The main reason is because we don't have no representative, real representative, political representation. That is the thing. Any people, any tribe that doesn't have political representation, anything can happen to them at any time, because they are not represented. No person talks for them. No person speaks for them. Instead, the people that we thought that should be speaking for us, that should be our political representatives, are the ones imposed on us, used in killing us, subjugating us the more. You know, when you cannot protect your family as a father, as a parent, you don't protect your children, you even want to kill them, you expose them as you want. What do you think will be the fate of the children? Any person can deal with them as he or she wants. Because after all, your family, your parents doesn't take care of you. You become helpless. That is how we act, like orphans. The people that should be speaking in our place, that should be speaking for us, should be talking for us, are the people subjugating us the most. So what do you want foreigners to do? At any time they will take a pound of our flesh and nothing will happen. After all, have you forgotten even before IPOB, during the time of Maitasini and all those riots in Ugwausa, all those massacres of our people. Whenever they massacre our people, what happens? They will bribe Ohanes and Dib, and they will keep mute and allow our people's bodies to be buried in the north. Now, what do you think? Any other person can come and kill us with impunity. After all, even before Asari Dokubo was contracted to be killing our people, to bring people to kill, who opened the door for him? Is it not an Igbo man too? Is it not Hope Uzodinma? If Hope Uzodinma said, no, you cannot come in here to kill my people, will he force? No, the answer is no. Who are we talking today? Ogu, Mayor Mozambique. Is he not an Igbo man? That is what we should be talking about. Look at before I started the news I read. Order came from above, from the Sokoto Caliphate to the military, that no person should kill Boko Haram terrorists. No Nigerian army should kill them. That is why they call them government Pekin. You understand? So they should get them alive. Now they will take Igbo Christian soldiers to be hunting Boko Haram that carried modern weaponry. Don't harm them, don't shoot gun on them, just bring them alive. What do you think? If people can protect terrorists, their own terrorists, who are you to even touch them? Do you see that in our land? I used to monitor this. Whenever there is maybe a criminal that is of Igbo, is an Igbo boy or Igbo person in Onisha, in Aba, it doesn't take time, the person will burnt into ashes. Direct. By the same our own people. Listen attentively. These are the issues that are causing, bringing foreigners to come and kill us at will. It is the Igbo people that will burn the person direct without, because he has no person to talk for him. Although he's a criminal, yes. But wait now, let them catch a Fulani criminal in Aba. How many times? Now they will handcuff him and start questioning him in a gentle way and tell, did we touch you? No. Okay, we will hand you over to police or army. Now, they will treat him like a human being. Whereas if they see their own brother, they brutally massacre the person. Why don't you ask all these questions? Monitor all these things. They are mundane, but it gives you a lot. Why? Because those Fulani, there are people that talk for them. If you touch them, no matter what, there are consequences. Our own, no consequence at all. Therefore, just a slave massacring a slave, it doesn't matter. So when a slave, just massacre him, and the Oga will just look at the dead body and laugh and say, "Oh yeah, come and carry him and go and bury, finish." But we cannot do it to other freeborn. That is the way I analyze it. So the thing open gateway for other people. When they see that you are killing your own, that even Opozadema is killing our own people, they that's supposed to protect us. He say they are not elected in order to do the wishes of the people. He said it openly on national television. An Igbo man talking to Igbo people that elected, so-called elected him. But to maintain the tenets of the Nigerian constitution. Now, people in Kafanchan, if they are watching it, what do they think? They will say, "Oh boy, these Igbo people, they are useless. So anything that happens, kill them," because no person talks for them. Even their own political elites are against them. They are just there in order to kill them. Therefore, what do you want? What do you think? Until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came and said no, he stood in the gap with IPOB. That is why we are talking. You see, so that then it is no more business as usual. IPOB is trying their best. That is the reality. But when you talk about the pig in the creek coming from the coastal side, recruiting people, who opened the gate for them? That is the question you ask. That is the first question. It is Igbo man that opened the gate and said, "Come and kill my own people." It is Igbo man that will go and be pointing, say, look at the person you killed, born here, kill here, no, nothing mega. Now the foreigners will do things with impunity. Tomorrow they will come again because they have seen where you do things with impunity. But you cannot do it to certain people because they have people talking for them, because they have people protecting their own. That is the problem we are having. I have a caller. I think it will be the last caller. Mazi Chukuma. I think you'll be the last caller. You have been here since 35 minutes, waiting patiently. Mazi, please welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Mazi Jonathan, I can hear you.
There we welcome to the program, sir.
Yes, I greet all our officers. People have spoken enough. Very weak. If I now say I will start to ask questions, I don't know where I will stop. What I'm trying to let us know here is that we are troubled, very people. Everything is what against us, even our own children. We don't even know our left and right. Let me talk about Asari Dokubo. It's an oath. If we don't know, we should know. The Fulani told him that he will be the president of Biafra. That is one. Hope Uzodinma, the same thing. He was told that in 2007, he will be the next president. And this is how they told David Umari that 2023, he will be the president. And our people, they believe the Fulanis. What I'm trying to say here is that all of them, they are on oath with Quran. And when they want to give, when they want them to take the oaths, what they did is that they slaughter rams. That is what they call in Yoruba language, I think they call it Yasin. The trouble we are in is that the people we want to save, they are even against us. I want us to listen carefully to what our brother who did his, is it a native marriage? We should hear what he's saying. He's saying that his brothers, they are not Eastern Security Network members, and they are not IPOB, which means even our people, they are against our security, the security produced by our own. And when these people come, our people have now realized that they don't know who is IPOB. That every Igbo man, every man in the creek there, even Calabar, anywhere in Biafra land, that all of us, they time us to become what? Yamere. I'm asking, what is the soldiers doing in the southeast, south, southwest, especially southeast? Is there war? Is there any physical war here? We are not even hearing of the police again. What we are hearing is the military. Who is Ebubagu? Ebubagu is still the Nigerian military. If we say we don't want Ebubagu today, they will just pull that uniform and put on the military uniform. So we are asking our leaders, they should ask, why is the military here? What are they doing here? Is their duty to stay in the mix of civilian? Is there any war going on? As somebody said, since 1945, this war continues. Our seaport is not working. Our what they call it? Is it aeroplane field or airport? It's not working. It's not working. Our pump is not wrong. Our road is not working. No light. There's nothing that is working. What is the military doing here? It is time for us to either live or die. They have already disarmed us. Our only savior and the truth. If we pick up, they cannot stand us. Truth is destroying this country. So I am asking, what have we done that the whole terrorists in this West African country, they are now in our land? If not only do by now, they should overrun us because they have taken over all our peace. Thanks be to Oyendu. Our people, I don't know what's happened. I don't exactly know what is wrong with us. But as I was talking this evening, I discovered that history repeats itself. What the Israelites passed through is what we are passing through today. We need to ask ourselves questions. What happened that we find ourselves in this condition? We should ask because we are good people. I don't know what is the problem. If they commit any offense, they will kill the Igbos. If a Yoruba man commit offense in anywhere in this part of zoo, they will kill the Igbos. If Southern Kaduna, they come middle belt commit offense, they will kill the Igbos. They will burn our properties, and we will continue developing. Oh no, hey, I'm tired. My question is, what have we done to warrant the military taking over Biafra land? That's my question. Thank you.
There were Mazi. I think Mazi, you take the questions and also continue to making the closing remarks because this is the last question I'll take. Mazi, please, over to you.
Yes, Mazi, thank you very much, and also thank you to that brother. Well, that question is not again a new question. It has been a question that's been out there, and it has been answered, I don't know how many uncountable times, that we are hated. And that goes to justify the reason why we want to detach ourselves from the contraption. The only problem we have is that those holding us do see us already as slaves. That is no doubt. They do already they do see us as vanquished, and therefore we must remain subservient. And it's like Pharaoh holding the children of Israelites and not letting them go. It took God Almighty. It took God Almighty to appear before Moses, and they told him what to do, and then encouraged him and gave him the tools of freedom. And Moses went ahead, forged ahead, even as he was not sure. God gave him somebody to accompany him to ensure that they were freed from the very rusting, shackled hands of Pharaoh. And that is what happened. Our case is not different. It's a history repeating itself. It's a history repeating itself. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is somebody we see presently as that Pharaoh. And I'm very sorry, as that Moses, rather. Moses. And the Moses that went to Pharaoh. And here we have our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Moses of our time, who is now heading to Pharaoh to ask for the freedom of his people. And that is just a replica of what we know in the scripture. That is what is happening. And we are very happy that at least we have that Moses with us. So that we have hope. There is nothing else to explain than we are hated, and unfortunately we have a situation where there has been a conspiracy, not just from the zoo, but a much more powerful cliques around the globe that actually made it possible. Because if that war were to be between only Biafrans and Gowon and his cohorts within the zoo, we would have won the war. We would have won even without any piece of artillery. But they were supplied. If you go through the history, Harold Wilson said he was going to supply the weaponry for the Nigerian federal troops 5 good folds. You know what that means? He said he wanted to wrap up the war before the Biafrans were able to come against and overcome the federal troops. So he was going to support them with even 5 folds supply, so that they will wrap up the war, because even for them, the British, it was becoming embarrassed. And the Americans were almost about to come into the whole conflict. So he wanted to quicken it up, and that is what transpired. So the world actually experienced its 3rd World War already. The only problem is nobody wants to claim among the world powers, among the global stakeholders. They don't want to accept that indeed the 3rd World War had taken place. Because there we were surrounded by not only the zoo, I won't even count them. There were no forces to reckon with. But Egyptian pilots were flying the Russian MiG fighters. We had the Arab cliques that also came into the war. Then you had the Soviet, who said, since we are stubborn, we don't want to allow them to have a cake of our land. They were going to support the federal troops, and they did supply them weaponry. Then the British were the main manager of the northern troops, giving them whatever they want. So, we were really faced with very, very vicious enemies all around. And that is where you can get your answer from. It is not something that started today. And today they emboldened even the more, because look at what IPOB has done. Look at the awareness. Look at where countries have gone representing IPOB with their plight and cases, representing Biafrans. Imagine there were no IPOB in Germany meeting the politicians all this while, presenting everything. There were no IPOB in United Kingdom working so assiduously, all this while, presenting their cases, going to BBC, going to Downing Street number 10, uncountable times, without efforts being made in the United States, without efforts being made in all these places, in Europe and Asia and other places, especially in the Western Hemisphere. How would our case have been today? Just imagine. Because the zoo is trading with care somehow. As they kill their way upwards, they are trading with care, because they know that we have alerted a lot of authorities in the world. Imagine we were not there. Imagine Nnamdi Kanu did not come. We would have been gone by now. That one I can assure you. We would have been gone. So definitely it is very clear. It's just like the same questions that were asked about Oshun and how we were being treated. Sheer hatred and jealousy. But allow these people you don't like to go, you say no. Allow them to go, you say no. But you don't like them. You are busy, Adamu, whatever you call yourself, a former senator or whether current senator, saying that what people in Biafra land deserve is death. And the same people are saying they want to go, you said no, they don't want, you don't want them to go. What kind of name can you give to such people? Is it not slave? It's slave, nothing more than that. It's a way of telling the world that these are your slaves, they belong to you. You do with them whatever you want. You can kill them when you want to kill them. You can, that little piece of bread that belongs to them, you can give them a piece, or you can decide not to give them. It is now for us, Biafrans, to wake up and say, enough is enough. We must grab the bull by the horn and say, what that thing that will happen tomorrow, let it happen today. And that is why we are doing what we're doing. And that is why we are assuring everybody to remain resolute that this very Biafra must come. Nobody should give up. The worst thing you can do now is to give up, because everybody is going to die anyway at some point in life. But why not you use that very life and that very opportunity, use it very, very, make it a useful one. Why don't you use it for the success of the future generation? That's why today we're calling upon everybody, Biafrans all over the world, lovers of freedom, supporters of Biafrans, to remain resolute that this perseverance must continue. We're not giving up. And at this juncture, we're about to wrap it up, and we think it has done it for the day. Mazi Jonathan has done a good job, and all of us will continue to work hard. Those of you who have listened, continue to tune on to Radio Biafra. That is where you get your truth. Because Biafra indeed, of course, is our religion. Here on Radio Biafra is where we worship Chukwu Kika Abiyama, as our leader will always say, will remain our God and continue to remain our God. Mazi, you have anything to say before we now sign off?
Yes, Mazi. Yes, Mazi. Thank you for your contribution tonight. As always, always on point. And Mazi Jonathan, thank you so much for all you are doing for the Biafra Restoration Project. We really appreciate all over the world. And the other members of the OS who are present here, thank you all for participating tonight. I want to just reiterate that our people, the Biafrans all over the world, should be standing strong for our leader Nnamdi Kanu, and that what we are doing is yielding fruit. We should continue to increase our efforts. Those who are praying should continue to pray. Those who are walking should continue to walk. Those who are running should continue to run. And those who are jumping should continue to jump. At the end of the day, we are going to meet on the final line, which is the restoration of Biafra. Our youth in Imo, our youth in our Mama should be supported, should be, receive solidarity from other parts of Igbo land and Biafra, wider Biafra land, to ensure that the killings that happened last week in our Mama will never happen again. If we stay quiet, they are going to continue in another state. All the governors are compromised. Since after Simon Mbakwe, Biafra land has never gotten any governor that we have voted for. We only gotten those who were given to us by the Janjaweed, because they only give the winner to the person who says yes to their biddings. And that's what is happening in Imo State today. Everybody knows that Hopu Uzodimma has no mandate. The people who brought him there have brought him to kill our people, and that's what he's doing their bidding. And we're not going to wait any longer. We're not going to keep quiet any longer. The youth has the opportunity now to force Hopu Uzodimma to leave office. Everybody should be abolished, and Hopu Uzodimma should resign, because he has failed the people and he has failed woefully. So let us come together in one accord to push forward for the betterment of our people and our land. and together we shall achieve victory, because Chukwu Okabama is with us. All hail Biafra, Dewo Mazi.
All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Well spoken, Mazi Abayim. Thank you very much to Mazi Jonathan. I think that has done it for us, and I will yield back and thank Biafrans once again. May God bless all of you, even as you go to your bed in Biafra land. May God guide and protect you. Those of you who are looking for a way out to survive, God will make a way for you. And our Chukwu Okabama will always make a way for you and protect you going forward. We wish you well and remain resolute. Thank you very much. Mazi Jonathan, microphone back to you.
There were Deputy HOV and Mazi Abayim, the members of the DOS. Thank you very much for this wonderful outing. This is where we call it a quit. But before I go, I want to also say this, because we are being reiterating on it. What we are suffering today, like the question, the frustration we are facing, the question being asked, or the comment by Mazi, the last caller, Mazi Chukuma. So why are we suffering all these things? We suffer. My own take on it is this. We are suffering for the mistake our predecessors made politically. That is it. It's short, pure and simple. That is what we want to change, the narrative, that we don't continue making mistakes. Because if we make mistakes in this generation, the coming generations will suffer more and more, and they will cry. Do you understand? That is the truth. In this world, there is nothing, no, how do you say it? No free coffee in the free town. Everything should be worked for. If you don't plan for tomorrow, you suffer for it, for the mistake. The mistake Azikiwe made at the independence of Nigeria, we are suffering it today. That is why we don't want our future generations to suffer more and more. Otherwise, they will throw up. As I was zapping on the social media, I saw one Fulani politician telling, he said, if you want to produce Igbo, he said, Southeast, the way he put it. If Southeast should produce for Southeast to produce president, they should embrace Islam. And that is another condition. You understand? Before it is okay, just kill your people and they will give you presidency. Look at Dave Omai. Do you know the atrocities that Dave Omai committed in Ebonyi State? Today, what did he get from it? Out of open, I will never forget that statement. That they are elected in order to do the wish, in order to protect the tenets of the Nigerian Constitution, not to do the wish of the people that elects them. That is the most horrible statement I've ever had by a governor. Whereas the governor of Bauchi State was telling everybody that, look, Fulani, whether it's in Nigeria or Sudan, they are the same. That they are welcome, they come to Nigeria and they become Nigerians. Is it the constitution of Nigeria? Is it protecting the tenets of the Nigerian constitution? Or is it only our so-called Igbo politicians that are bent on protecting the tenets of Nigerian constitution? That is the mistake Azikiwe made. Protecting Nigeria, forsaking his people. And today, we are in a mess. People that are shouting, be obedient, obedient. He will go there and protect Nigeria and still slaughter his own people for Nigeria. That is where it's all those ones I'm asking us questions. Say, why are they costs? Why don't they protect their own? Why don't you go down and get that fruit, absorb food from your own people now to grow up? Because charity begins at home. But they continue making the same mistake. Instituted by Azikiwe, Azikiwe instituted this diabolic mistake or diabolical mistake. Very demonic mistake. Sacrificing our people in the altar of Nigeria. And it continued. Today we are nowhere. Politically we are nowhere. All those mistakes is what we have studied. Our leader studied everything and seen now to reverse it. Do you understand? Reverse it. There is a news that talks about the European Union, now facing Nigeria to get gas from Nigeria in order to replace the gas. EU to replace Russia gas with Nigerian gas supply. You see it. So that the people that are on top, the other day I said it. People that are growing, that protecting their own organization, they know that these people are protecting their people, their dominant species. They will be helped more and more and more until you rise up. If you continue being weak, the azopiage, you become food for the dominant species. That is how the world is. Before, our people didn't understand. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came and exposed, opened everybody's eyes, and we now understand how world politics goes. You have to be protective of your own people. That should be the first agenda. Your first agenda, not to protect a wider and a foreigners first. No, you do it, you suffer. That is what you are suffering. If you make political mistake, you suffer the consequences. It doesn't matter how you put it. But when you calculate very well, you make very nice political calculations and act accordingly right from the onset. Now you gain it. Do you understand? That is why we are calling everybody to join what is happening, the protest. Slaughtering in cold blood of 14 people and counting. If it is in another country, everywhere will be standstill. But our blood is seen as nothing. It is not what other people see, regard you. Do you also regard your own life? That is a big question. If yes, join the protest in order to chase Ebubago and their leaders into oblivion. All of them into oblivion. So that we continue in our peaceful existence. Otherwise, if you are always distractible, you are always distracted with one thing or the other, with money, we continue complaining, suffering, and lamenting. This time around, our life matters. That is why IPOB is here. Thank you for listening on today's message from the members of the DOS, including the Deputy HOD, Mazi Nzurumike. Tomorrow is another day. We shall never forget the people that are massacred. We shall never forget the people that are in detention, illegal incarcerations all over the zoo. This is a fight. Freedom is not given, it is taken. You don't expect your oppressor to just hand over freedom to you. It is impossible. You take it. And that is what we are doing. It comes with a very great sacrifice. Our people should never be discouraged or frustrated. This is not something that is uncommon or that is not uncommon or that is not common to freedom fighting. All we are seeing, freedom fighters all over the world have seen it and worse. Do you understand? So, let us continue being focused. Do not allow yourself to be deceived in one way or the other. Rather, Our destination is Biafra, and that is what we are going to achieve. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.
The land of the rising sun is a home of the Biafrans. The fire of the eastern land is a promised land, a blessed land of the Chukwabiyama. Ebeka konusi Biafra, Ebeka konusi Biafra, Gaimara, Biafra, Kaneboso Kamiri, Agaimara, Biafra, Kaneboso Kamiri, Biafra, Kaneboso Kamiri, Anijala, Namoma. Wana lemo kamna malombo, wana jumo, wasina Biafra na tago. Chukwu kika yama, onyagi nonaka, yamerani yema. Sampe, uwa boke, anijala, nala namo. Biafra baloma, ala chukwu gozire, ala manamu, ala chukwu gozire, the rising sun. Mgbe mbuka kwuru esi, ojiye matakiri, owe aka yenu, aka fuwa yufu wetu ya. Maka n'ọnọdụ ga-adịrọ n'ikpe mma. Sampe, ndị ala adịghị mma, ndị zuru, ndị na-aṅụ ọbara mmadụ.